Welcome to Two Guys at One Anime. I'm Mashuri.
And my name is the Holy Apple.
And today we are doing a tier list. The difference being we are not doing an openings tier list or any video. We've actually found tier lists that we're going to start doing. This one is literally just some guy's anime that he's watched and he's decided to compile them into a tier list. It's quite random. There's films in here as well as series. So we thought we would just jump in and put our 2 cents in, really. Before we started the video, we have already put all the ones that we haven't watched in. There was also a double Bleach for some reason. So we just chucked one of them in there. But Apple has seen some Bleach. So,
I've seen all the Bleach.
You've seen all the Bleach, yeah. So
apart from the new season.
yeah. So there are ones that I've seen. There are ones that he's seen. So we're gonna try and fill this tier list out. But we're gonna start off with a film, which is 5 centimeters per second.
I can't put any judgment on this because I've not seen it. But all you remember
will be quite fast for this. I don't remember too much about it. But that being said, of what I do remember, it wasn't that bad. So I'm just gonna go, I think C, 6 out of 10. Fair, if I'm honest. It's not bad.
Yeah.
But it's not fantastic. I actually think it's a short film as well, if I remember rightly. I think it's like a short movie. So
we're going to try and put more into build up a level where we're judging this all off.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting.
Anyway, 7 Deadly Sins.
Now
we've both seen 7 Deadly Sins.
I like the story. I like the characters. I feel like the animation behind it got screwed up quite badly in some cases.
Yeah.
They could have done more with what they had.
Yep.
I'm thinking a C, to be honest with you.
I would go above centimeters per second. I'd go B. Because I don't want to judge it on its animation. Like you said, the story is great. The characters are all likable.
I didn't say great, I said good.
Well, good. But the characters are all really likable.
Yeah.
So I don't want to judge it harshly just because the animation studio kind of ruined it, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm not going to be judging it harshly if the animation got screwed.
Yeah.
It's mostly to do with how the anime was. And to me, I've never been tempted to go back and watch 7 Deadly again. I'll put it that way.
I'm waiting for the next story, but I'm a little bit worried because they obviously changed the CG, and the CG film that they brought out was very bad. So I'm a little bit worried that they're just going to completely ruin 7 Deadly Sins altogether. But I'm still anticipating the new. I don't know whether it's going to be a series or a film, but I don't want to judge it too harshly. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I'd like to say B, if you'd agree with that.
I'm happy for it to go in B. It's nothing incredible, but
yeah,
I wouldn't say it's bad.
Well, I'm just looking at our tier list, and it seems like that's kind of like middle.
Yeah,
middle
normally,
in the park, so
if anyone's watched the tier list we've done previously, it's incredibly difficult to get to S tier. There's probably going to be a couple that do go into S tier, but it's not easy.
No.
We're very strict when it comes to S tier stuff.
We are very strict. That being said, the next one's a film, A Silent Voice.
Not seeing it.
I highly recommend that you watch this. Highly recommend. This is one of my favourite films. It's made by Kyoto Animation, and it's about a boy that bullies a deaf girl when they're kids, and because he bullies her so badly, she has to leave the school, and all the people that he thought were his friends turn on him, and he gets bullied, and he has to live with that until when he's a lot older, he ends up finding out that she's still quite close at another school, and he tries to make amends for it. Very heart-wrenching, very good story, very good animation, just well done. I would put in to S if I was on my own, but I'm gonna say A. I think that's very fair. 9 out of 10 is solid, but I highly recommend it to anyone if they haven't watched it. Definitely give this a watch, because it's really, really good, if I'm honest. Anyway, next story. We've both seen this, which is Akame Ga Kill.
Yes, the weird twist at the end definitely caught us off guard.
It's not really a twist. It's just
you can see it coming, but it's odd.
It's just brutally honest.
Yeah, pretty much. I think the armor's just cursed, if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah, there is that. I really liked this. Both seasons.
Yeah. At the start, I'll go through it in stages. At the start, it was brilliantly introduced because it was tame. You didn't know what was quite going to happen, and then it just goes fully dark straight off the bat, which is like really good for an anime when it's trying to do that. But no, the characters I can invest in really well. A lot of them have an emotional background that you can get invested in.
Yeah.
Especially the guy who previously owned the armor as well.
Yeah,
like, he played a massive role into the main character.
100%.
Akame obviously plays a massive role.
Yes.
In most of the stuff. I'd be putting this pretty much. There's one between B and A in there.
Let me just check. Yes, we have a borderline A.
I would put that in a borderline A personally, because I want to be generous with this one, if I'm being honest with you.
I want to go A with Silent Voice, but I will happily go borderline A. Happily.
Nah, because the only reason I'm not going to put it as an A is because when it comes to storytelling, it can be a bit predictable at times what is going to happen. There are a lot of twists and turns in it, and things you don't expect, but when you have it weighed up against film quality, where it's a proper emotional, invested story, even I've not seen it.
There is that.
I can say there's going to be a lot more for that.
Yeah. Yeah, I can agree with that.
Speaking of emotional investment and storytelling there.
Angel Beats.
I'm going to be brutally honest, it's a straight A. No, it's borderline S for me. I'm going to say borderline S.
I'll be honest, I was going to go A, and I really love Angel Beats, but if you want to go borderline S, I can 100% agree with that.
I'm on the fence between those two, so if you want to bring it into A to be on par with Silent Voice, I'm fine with that as well.
No, because I have watched Angel Beats twice, which I think you said in a past video. It's very rare that you will sit down and watch an anime more than once, unless it's a film. Yeah. But Angel Beats, it's heart-wrenching.
It's special.
But it's so good. It's so good.
Yeah,
and the thing is, you don't expect it. That's the other thing.
No.
When it starts,
it catches you off guard.
When it starts, it's a completely different anime to what you're expecting, and it's a very short series. You can literally probably watch this in a day. That's the other thing. It just catches you off guard. And the thing is, it's perfectly paced and balanced, because I'm pretty sure the anime changes from episode 6. The first 6 episodes are quite fun, and quite cheery and stuff, and then it takes a turn, and it just flips it completely. It
flips the script on its head, and then episode 11 happens.
Don't.
We won't talk about episode 11, but if you want to watch Angel Beats, just be prepared for episode 11.
Highly recommended. Also, watch there's a special 13th episode as well, which is more of just a fun episode, and it is really funny, and I recommend going and watch that bit as well if you get a chance.
I think they made that episode out of sympathy for the viewers, because it leaves it on such a desperate emotional note. It's I feel like they just made the 13th one. But remember, here's cheery moments from the anime. That's basically how I felt with episode 13. But anyway, it's just that's us to some Angel Beats.
I fully agree.
Speaking of which, though, Bleach. Where do I put you?
I haven't seen this, so this is all on you. This one.
Yeah, everyone can hate me if I get this wrong. I'll put it this way, it's not going S, it's not going borderline S, because whilst Bleach is... I could say it's probably one of the big 3 animes of a bygone era of where it was One Piece, Naruto, and then Bleach. Like, those were the big 3 shonens. Like, you couldn't go anywhere around anime without knowing about those 3. But I'd be putting this probably on borderline A, if I'm going to be honest with you. Because Bleach starts off, well, with Ichigo. Ichigo's just a regular high schooler at that point, knows nothing about like any kind of spirits or soul society, anything like that.
Yeah.
And then the story evolves so much that it becomes a case of, like, we'll put it this way, the side stories have side stories. That's how in-depth this thing goes. I don't think anime have really done that ever. But when you have a side character having its own side story, which has its own side characters, it starts becoming really strange very quickly. But Bleach as a whole, there's comedic moments in it, which are quite cool. The fighting is normally clean. Obviously, it's an older anime, so the first episodes are going to look a bit odd.
Yeah.
But the moments in it are brilliant. I'd be putting them probably on par with Dragon Ball Z level.
Yeah,
like that's actually appropriate for the time as well.
Yeah, that's fair.
But no, solid anime in all honesty.
Coolio. Right, next one. One I haven't seen. You've recommended me loads of times, because it is one of your favourites.
Yep.
Code Geass.
I would love to put this straight into borderline S because I love it, but I'm not going to do that because you didn't do it for Silent Boys. So, what I will say about Code Geass is it's a high recommend watch from me. The reason being, I've described this again in another part. It's basically one massive chess game where the episodes evolve, but it still feels like the same game in every single one of them. It doesn't make a lot of sense when I say it like that, but when you've watched it, you'll kind of understand. It's all about a guy who gets powers, who can manipulate others, and it is basically a strategy fighting sim. It's like the best way to put that. But there's a lot of backstory behind it, and the story leads into such a weird and unexpected ending that I didn't expect to see. Probably with, I would say, arguably one of the greatest endings in all of anime. Yeah. Because of how it actually happens, and you don't expect it, especially at the start. You don't see it coming. Yeah. Even if I warn you that you won't see it coming, like, you still won't see it coming. It's that much of a shock value. Yeah. But I will put this probably on A tier, just based on its storytelling alone.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, there could be things better in it. Like, if I'm going to be picky, I could say the combat fighting could be better because a lot of it just evolves into seeing flashy screens going, like big red zones and things like that. Yeah. But
no, that's fine.
No, it's still a solid anime.
Yeah. Fair enough.
But speaking of straight up legs fight kind of thing.
Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer. This is borderline S straight off the bat. Whether it would be an S, I'm not 100% sure.
It's got everything, hasn't it? That's the thing.
It's got everything. It's got the quality, it's got the story, it's got the characters. I know a lot of it's got its own style as well.
I know a lot of people say that it's now like being overdone because it's very cliche, as they put it, because it is just a very straightforward story. But, and it's a big but, it's doing it to such a high quality that you can let it go. Like, the story's not something that's like never been done before. We've seen it in loads of animes. In fact, I think there's anime still doing it now, but it is different in its sense of it's doing it so well.
I'll put it this way, the one anime that like jumps out to me that I could compare Demon Slayer to would actually be Inuyasha. Because if you literally replace Tanjiro with that Inuyasha, besides the fact that Inuyasha is actually a demon and Tanjiro is a human, it's like for like on how the story evolves. Yeah. Like, they're basically hunting a big demon, they have to fight loads of little demons along the way to do X, Y, Z. It's basically like like you said it a minute ago, it's been done so many times over, but yeah. The way Demon Slayer does it, it has its own identity.
Yes.
So, I think that's mostly akin to like the breathing styles, if I'm being honest, because I don't think that's done a lot, like if ever in anime.
No, I mean you've got the elemental.
You got the elements. That's like
Essence.
a common thing in most animes.
But they've gone past that with some of the Ashiras in it.
Like you got the sound of Shira, for example.
See the anime quality of it on its own, to me, takes it to an A. Like already, like it doesn't matter about the story. The quality of the anime already brings it to an A. Then I feel like the characters is what jumps it. Like
elevates it more. Like you think about Rengoku, for example.
Yeah.
Probably one of the best. Like, you don't see him much, but he's easily one of the best characters in the anime.
Yeah. I don't know if I want to put it in 10 out of 10. No.
I'm happy at putting this in borderline S with Angel Beats.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think even with the Swordsmith arc, it was good. I do like the entertainment arc more for like the fight scenes and whatnot.
Better, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's weird. Entertainment arc was kind of like a slow burner for the first 8 episodes, and the last 2 was just absolute madness to the wall kind of thing. Yeah, and I gotta like give props to the animation, but I get the feeling they like spent their entire animation budget on the last 2 episodes.
Yeah,
in that arc.
Yeah, they tried to do every other episode as cheap as possible, and then just
blow it all.
And then they literally went, by the way, boys, we've saved so much money, we can really go for this now.
But yeah, so I'd like to see them come out with a 4th arc and not try to recapture what the entertainment arc did, but take it to the next level if they can.
I get a feeling
even if they get like the same level, I'd be happy with it.
I'm wondering if we're going to get another film first now, because we've had 2 seasons. So I'm wondering if they're going to jump into another film and then maybe flip back to the seasons, because they did that with Mugen Train.
Might do, you know.
So it wouldn't.
Yeah, because the first season Mugen Train and then went into some art. So they might do, unless they do one more season, then go into a film and then do the final season, if that's how they play it out.
Very possible.
But
very possible.
It remains to be seen.
Yes. Right, next one. Devilman Crybaby. You've not seen this.
Not seen it.
It's quite easy. Moving on. Right, Dr. Stone. We both watched Dr. Stone.
Dr. Stone, easy A.
Yes.
In my eyes.
Yeah, I don't think there's much to be said on this. It's a shockingly solid anime in my eyes.
Yeah, it was an anime that I started watching and I didn't expect to like that much. But it's just because it's mostly based around science and how weird things work.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably what I really like the most about the anime, is because it goes from, if you put a genius from Mao era into a Stone Age, it's incredible what they can actually do.
Yeah.
Like, I think it goes from like day one where he's got nothing to he's got like this hut, he's now have this sap that can revive you from 3 minutes stone. He makes Coca-Cola in the prehistoric era, for Christ's sake. Yeah, so it's like there's a lot of things you can do.
He makes the kid glasses, for Christ's sake.
Yep, you know, he makes glasses as well.
It's insane, but
he makes a Christmas tree.
Yeah, for no reason at all, but he makes one.
Yeah, just to celebrate Christmas, he makes one for the sake of it.
But yeah, it's a great anime, really good anime.
Highly recommend.
We are with the goat, the new boy, I would say.
The new boy on the block, the goats currently.
Jujutsu Kaisen.
We already know it's a borderline S, but the real question is it going to be an S?
I'm going to be honest. I'm S. And the reason
you put it in S tier.
I'd put it in S, right? Because I was thinking of Demon Slayer and I was like, would I put that at S tier? And the reason why it stopped me from putting it in S tier was because I knew that Jujutsu was below. And I was like, Jujutsu is 100% better than Demon Slayer. Like, characters are better. The story's better. Even though it is quite close in terms of, like, the story's similar in what's going on. Like, it's demons and humans and, you know, that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Jujutsu just does it better. It's got, like I said, better characters. The animation's superb as well. Like, really good.
Yeah, it's consistently good.
Pacing's perfect as well. Absolutely perfect. Yeah. Like, I don't feel like you've not got many filler episodes, but even the filler episodes are worth watching because I think the one that comes to mind is the baseball one, which is random but super funny.
Yeah,
like so funny. Comedy's on perfect, on point. I've got to go S personally. If there's any one of the animes in this list that I'm putting in there, it's that. I absolutely love Jujutsu.
Okay. We'll have this one as the first S, if not the only S. But I'm thinking the only reason the reason I'd be putting it as an S is literally due to the specific fight scenes that me and you keep having conversations about. So, Mahito versus Yuji and Nanami, it's brilliantly choreographed. The music backing behind it, they always seem to nail the music in the background. I don't know how they do it. Animation is on point. Everything that leads up to these fights, brilliant. Like you literally just said as well, it's always paced perfectly.
Yeah.
And that's only one of the fights. The one I like the most is, like I said, Todo and Yuji versus the plant thing. And the reason I like that, again, is because it's so brilliantly choreographed. And it just works so well. And even if you look at, like, the movie, the 1,000... Is it 100 Demon Parade? Or is it 1,000?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
100 or 1,000. Can't remember which one it was. But even, like, the premise of that and how that got built up to then become the prequel to everything else that's happened, it's choreographed brilliantly.
Yeah,
so
I'll be honest. I thought the film was going to be terrible because they was like, it's a prequel and it's going to go on about sort of like how Gojo, sort of got.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be okay at best, but no, that film it stands on its own legs.
Oh, it's superb. It's absolutely brilliant.
It surprised me in a really good way.
But yeah, Jujutsu for me at the moment, to be honest, it's probably looking like the only S.
Yeah,
in all seriousness,
it's definitely one of the top tier animes. If it's not an S in your eyes, we'll put it that way.
Right, moving on. Mob
Psycho.
Again, I've not seen this. You've told me to watch it so many times, and I'm
shocked
do
you
want
still
to get
haven't
into
seen it.
Yeah, I need to get into it. I really need to get into it because I know I'm going to love it. But
season 3 was awesome.
Yeah. I wanted to watch it when they announced season 3. I wanted to watch season 1 and season 2 to be ready for season 3, and I never did it. And I'm annoyed at myself that I didn't do it. But yeah, what are you saying?
Mob Psycho. It's on the fence between an A and a borderline S for me. 9.25 would be the accurate score I'd be giving this.
I mean, there
aren't that many in borderline S, but I wouldn't actually compare it to Demon Slayer level. That's what I'm actually weighting this on.
So basically, you want to be like here.
Yeah, pretty much in between the two is where it would sit. So I would say A, but it's going to be a high A.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And the reason behind that is, despite the fact that there's some really amazing animation work in it, and the fight scenes are quite nice to see, and there is it's basically just comedy throughout the entire thing. That's kind of like the whole point of it. Even the fight scenes are supposed to be comedic, because it's just like Mob goes crazy. He basically hits 100%, becomes overpowered to hell, and then you just see some really funny fight moments. Like, I think there's like even one bit where he fights one of the psychics, and he basically just blows off all of his clothes and then basically blows off all his hair so he becomes bald. It's just ridiculous stuff like that. Doesn't actually harm him in any way, just literally destroys everything he's wearing of his hair.
Yeah.
But,
okay.
Yeah, it's things like that. That's why I love Mob Psycho. It's not serious, but at the same time it's just supposed to be really funny.
Yeah. Noragami, what are you saying for Noragami? I haven't seen it. I do definitely want to watch this because I know I'm going to like it, but...
Season 1, absolutely incredible. Season 2 kind of fell off for me, but nonetheless, both of them have amazing opening songs. Like, easily my favourite opening songs when it comes to animes. Like, I know it's only 2 seasons, but there hasn't been any anime that I've just sat there and gone, I like all the opening songs for that anime. Noragami is the one exception. Jujutsu depends on the third one. What they do with that.
Third one's good. I've already heard it.
Well, I haven't heard it yet. So I'll have to. Actually, I probably have heard it, and I probably don't like it, but I'm going to double check.
Also, the film one is good as well.
So yeah, my taste is a bit different to yours. I like.
Yeah.
I've already said it before. If it's a song that hypes me up to watch the anime, it's good. If it's not, I don't like it. But anyway,
Noragami.
Noragami, I would put this comfortably as an A. I would say.
Fair
Good characters, good story. The fighting, even though it's quite scarce, very good in it. I like the premise of the whole thing as well. So, good.
Fair enough. Right, One Piece.
I
I can't say anything. I can't help you on this one. A.
Yeah, I would actually put this above Naruto and Bleach. The only reason being is because whilst Naruto and Bleach were very good stories, they came to an end. I know Bleach is technically continuing now, but it took them 10 years to get around to doing it.
To bring it back.
It only become through like widespread demand that they actually did it. They wouldn't have done it otherwise.
Yeah.
But One Piece has been going since then. It's still going now. It is 1,000 episodes
still
plus.
going strong as well. It's like it's not just making content for making content. Like it's still very good.
It's not a niche fan base. The fan base is growing as it goes. Which you can say what you want about the anime. You can say you hate the anime. You have to have respect for One Piece to go to the length that they've gone and still have a fan base that is growing today and still making members that break the internet. Like, it's in the same league as Dragon Ball Super in my eyes. Because even though like there was a massive amount of hype for Dragon Ball Super to come back, but One Piece has slowly been going as it carries on. And even now, it's like in one of its highest moments, and it's approaching 1,100 episodes at this point, so massive respect for the franchise.
Huge respect. Huge respect. Right, One Punch Man.
One Punch.
Both seen this.
Yep. See, this is another one where I wish that we'd have the newest season already, because it's got like the best moments of the entire franchise in it.
The big problem for me with One Punch was it had some janky anime at points.
Yeah, I'm not going to complain too much about the janky anime though. Like, I like the comedy in it. The fighting is literally what it says on the tin. He's a One Punch Man. Apart from like the big bads, he seems to like take a couple punches for them, but still. This would be sitting on an A for me, if not a borderline A.
I'd go
That's
A.
where I'd be putting this.
I'd go A.
Yeah.
I think A's fair. I could go borderline S, but I think, like you said, you need the new season.
Yeah.
Because I think that story's gonna level it up, definitely. And
yeah.
If the animation is to go on par, like, because we know that Mappa's doing it. If the animation's quality, which we know that Mappa can crush it, it's probably going to be a borderline S. It will probably sit there.
Yeah, that's basically what I'm waiting on. The new season will basically define how it goes.
100%.
But so far, pretty good.
Pretty damn good. Right, cult favourite of mine and yours, I think.
Yep.
Parasyte. Short
one of the
series.
most metal openings.
Oh, yes. Great music throughout, great story, great character.
Yeah, great evolving character as well. It doesn't stay. It's very rare to see a character change that much within an anime. As I forgot his name already.
The weird thing is I can't remember the kid's name, but I can remember Miggy.
Yeah, I remember Miggy. I can't remember the guy's name.
Yeah, no. So bad.
That's bad. But anyway, it basically goes through a lot of character development, even though we can't remember his name at the minute. But it's surprising how much he actually changes.
Yeah, you can see he physically changes as well. That's the thing.
Physically and mentally, like his attitude just completely changes as it goes.
Yeah,
it starts off like a scared young kid, and then by the end of it, it's like a grown man with. He's pretty much emotionless towards the end, but not quite there.
Close. Very close. What are you saying?
This is gonna be a silly filled up area, but I'm gonna go A again.
I would kind of like to go borderline S.
Borderline S?
Yeah. I enjoyed it that much. In fact, I know that I need to watch it again, if I'm honest. I really enjoyed it. There wasn't much that I felt was wrong with it. The animation's good, the music in it, and the intro's solid. Characters I like all the villains in it. I think they've got like really like cool looks to them. The story is good for the length of the anime. Like it's, you know, as best as you're gonna get. Yeah, there's not too much wrong with it. Like, I just think it's a really, really good anime.
Would you put it on par with No Game No Life though?
I would.
Really?
Yeah.
I personally wouldn't.
Because No Game No Life is pretty much done the same thing. There's not a lot that you can say is wrong with it. It's got good music in it, good intro, characters are really likable, the villains that they come up against are really quite cool, the premise of it is really good, pacing's good. Obviously, you know, the story that you got out of it for the season is about as best as you're gonna get. Yeah, I think Parasyte is on par with it. Yeah.
Go on then. I'll let you have this one.
Nice. Tower of God. We've both seen this one.
Yeah. Tower of Cook is what I'm going to describe this as.
Yeah. There is that. I would like to say borderline A.
Yeah, I'd go borderline A as well.
I need the next season. I don't think the next season's landed yet, is it?
No.
I know they're making it, but
yeah,
until that
it's
comes
been
out,
announced. But
I need more. There wasn't enough. I think it's going to be good.
Yeah, it got left on such a weird cliffhanger. That's the thing.
You are right. He is such a cuck. It's untrue. Like
Tower of Cook.
Yeah. It's like, I'm hoping that doesn't become annoying.
Yeah, if it becomes a case of, I don't care. We'll talk about the ending. So at the end where he does get betrayed, if it ends up being a kind of revenge arc where he just wants to get his own back on her, I am perfectly cool with that. But if it becomes a case of he forgives her like halfway through the season and then gets stabbed in the back again at the end of the season, I'm going to be so angry.
Yeah. I'm kind of hoping that it comes out that she's done it for a reason.
Yeah, I imagine she has.
Or it would be like a really twisted reason, like they're related.
No, let's not be doing that.
That'd be hilarious. I'm not even going to joke about that. I think borderline A.
Yeah, borderline A. Okay, all right.
Right, 3 more. High-rise invasion. I don't actually think we need to say much about this. I know a lot of people don't actually enjoy this, if I'm honest.
I personally loved it.
I didn't mind it. I thought it was quite good. I don't think it's going to get a season 2.
No, I don't think it will. To be honest, I don't think it needs a season 2.
It does, because it never finished its story. It never finished it, which is annoying, but...
The thing is, you don't need animes to finish the stories for them to be good. That's the thing. Sometimes they're better not being finished.
No, that this needs to finish, because she needed to, like, tie up with her brother and stuff like that. Because there was 2 stories going on.
Leave it to your imagination.
You're seeing his side. No, I want a full story, but anyway. It's still a very good anime. It's not like it's a bad anime. I would potentially say borderline A, maybe B, something around that mark.
Yeah, I go border A. The thing I like the most about it, though, is it dwells more on the horror side of things rather than just being a straight-up action shooter kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which is a really good thing about that.
Yeah.
I like zombie-like animes. They're not actually zombies, but I like animes like that where the horror is emphasised and it's not just, oh, there's an apocalypse of some kind or some kind of crisis. Here's badass A and badass B. It's like they're actual real characters that can die at any second kind of thing. That's what I like the most about it.
Yeah. No, that's fair. That's fair. Right. 2 more. Naruto.
Chuck that shit into C.
Into C? Don't think we need to say much because you said about Shippuden, so...
Yeah, I actually wanted to chuck that into D if I'm being honest, but I'll be a bit kind.
And then, last but not least, again, one that I think is on the fence for a lot of people, and I think it shocked a lot of people that it got a season 2, but you have to realise that the reason why I got season 2 is because the Japanese love it. They love the manga and they love the anime.
Personally, I loved it too. I didn't find anything wrong with Tokyo Revengers.
I found it very good as well. I enjoyed it. Would I say A or borderline A? That's the question.
I think with this one, it could have been done better, and the main character does piss me off to a certain degree.
Yeah, he's a bit of a wimp.
He's a bitch.
Yeah, but like Mikey's cool as fuck.
Mikey's cool. Dragon's cool.
Yeah,
like those two are the main characters for me. But I think if the main character wasn't such a bitch all the time and actually had a spine, like maybe that's what's happening in season 3. I don't know. Then I'd actually say this would be A tier, but because it's not, borderline A.
Yeah. No, that's fair. That's fair.
Like, the main character needs to grow a spine at this point.
Yeah, literally. That's the big problem with him. Anyway, that is our tier list. Well, we've literally just taken a random guy's tier list. Like we said, there was a number that we put into haven't watched or not completed, if you like.
Yep.
We didn't put the not completed ones in, even though if there's ones in here that we haven't completed, we still just decided to judge them, if you like. But the ones that are down here are genuinely neither of us have seen them. But I think that's a good list for us, if I'm honest.
Yeah, it's always good to have on a list like this a borderline top tier, because I think a lot of our tier lists, most of the time, we have an S and there's like only 1 or 2 there, and it kind of makes it look like we just don't want to put anything to S tier, when in reality there's normally quite a few that are close to S tier, but we just don't show it.
Yeah, the 9.5 rating is probably about right for quite a few of our animes.
Yeah.
If I'm honest.
It's like, even just looking at this list, there's 5 that could have been a potential S, and one that actually wasn't, so...
Yeah, easily.
It goes to show you we're not that strict, but we are strictish.
Yeah, pretty much. If you want to have a go at this yourself, it's linked down in the description. Let us know if we got it right or if you disagree in the comments as well. We always like to hear. If you have enjoyed it, also hit the like button. It does help us out. And also hit the subscribe button. Like I said, we've got quite a few other tier lists to do. So we'll definitely be returning. And we still want to do the ones that we make, which is like using songs and like openings and endings and stuff. So we've got a couple more to get through. So we'll be definitely coming back to this. But until next time, we will catch you later. Bye-bye.